Hello and welcome to the Talent Evolved webinar. My name is Libby Kelly and I'm a Director of Tech Recruitment here at Cpl, and I focus on the contractor market. Today we're going to explore some of the main questions people have about contracting. I'll be speaking to David O'Reilly, Head of Tax at Finero Personal Tax Solutions, in a short pre-recorded interview focused on how contracting affects getting a mortgage, growth in the contractor market and flexibility. And also we'll introduce our ever-growth professional contracting hub with a quick walkthrough of the content and downloadable asset pack, which contains all of the information you need for your next career move. Finally, we'll hear from several of our team on CPL and the contractor market. So let's get started. Today we are meeting with David, Director of Tax at Finero. So David, thank you for joining us today. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. The first one being is contracting has exploded the last 2 years. Now it's always been very busy, but in the last 2 years in particular, during COVID and post-COVID, contracting as an option has expanded and it has grown rapidly. So we've seen that obviously in CPL across all of our divisions, but part of that we see the reasons being the war on talent is very challenging, and so the opportunity now to work remotely has really opened up the avenue to European contractors being available to companies that never would really have had access to them because they can now work remotely. I was going to ask you, how do you see the market from your side the last couple of years? Are you seeing similar trends maybe for new contractors, companies who have never taken a contractor now considering them?
Yeah, so roughly about 2/3 of all of the inquiries we receive from candidates, they've never contracted before. So these are individuals who've never contracted before and are taking on contracting roles. We've seen a 20% increase on the number of these individuals last year and a 20% increase on the 2020 figure. So kind of more and more individuals are taking up contracting roles. On par with that, we're seeing a lot more clients taking on contractors who've never taken them on before. So we'd have conversations with them, and quite often it's a realization that taking on this contingent workforce, they're not actually expensive to take on as they would have thought, because you don't have holiday pay, you don't have any of the statutory leave and stuff like that. And employers for your size. So when you add them up and compare them, quite often they're on par, but yet the company has a lot more flexibility and able to control costs and stuff like that. So we're seeing a growth on both sides.
And we are the same. We're obviously dealing with a lot more clients who would never really have considered contractors before, but it really is they've opened their eyes to it. Yeah. They've tried it and now they've gone, actually this is a super option for us, and they've access to candidates, like I said, that are in Europe, for example, who can work remotely, stay on site. They're fully compliant. Compliance is a huge requirement for our clients, for us, and for our clients and yourselves as well. Mm-hmm. So we've seen huge growth across the client base as well as permanent staff now considering contracting.
Yeah.
Okay, so David, another question I wanted to ask you was, post-COVID, what have you seen change for contractors now that really wasn't there before? I'm talking about location, options, work sites, etc.
Sure. The main motivator for a lot of candidates going contracting is money. So money talks, and that's still there. But what we've seen over the last 2 years is flexibility has risen on top. So you have money and then you have flexibility just right underneath it. Flexibility on where they work, flexibility in how they work, flexibility on non-standard hours. So the amount of contract revisions we're receiving in terms of contractors, they don't want to work the non-standard hours. Maybe it's dropping the kids off in school or collecting support. So this is a real phenomenon, and it's just expanding. Yeah. We did a survey of our contractors. Only 15% of them are fully on site, with the balance 42% fully at home, and the other hybrid. So the number of contractors on site is really small compared to the rest of our contracting market.
And that is real world. We see the exact same, and we have tried to say to clients, if you're going to be sticky and insist on somebody being on site, you're going to cut out a large portion of that market. But this was these hybrid stroke remote options really were only available to permanent employees in the past. So that is what has really helped the growth of contracting, is that this is now an option for contractors, and clients have thankfully One of the good things out of COVID was the ability to work remotely for contractors, because it wasn't there. You wanted that reassurance that the person that you were paying daily rates for, you can see them, and they're on, and they're there in front of you, and you can see what they're doing for all that money. So so that's great. It's a really good advantage.
What we're also seeing is a lot of contractors, they're working remote but from abroad. Fully abroad, which again, what you said, we never seen that before. So we never seen any of the Irish clients, the contractors would have to come to Ireland, but now kind of they still have to come every now and again for clients meetings, or sometimes never. So kind of again, kind of it's expanding the contracting market, the talent market for these Irish clients, because the world is the oyster in terms of talent now.
New contractors and mortgages.
Sure.
It's really a hot topic and something we see all the time. When a contractor is looking to get a mortgage, is it challenging for them, or really is it quite simple?
Sure. So this is a question we get answered or asked all the time. And it's a real concern for a lot of individuals who are considering going contracting and thinking, is this going to hamper me getting a mortgage? So happily, I can categorically say that contractors can get mortgages, and contractors do get mortgages, which is quite good. There's not a week goes by in Finero that we don't assist a contractor fill out a bank application form or a salary certificate. So contractors do get mortgages.
Okay.
And it can be beneficial for an individual going contracting to get a mortgage. The obvious advantage being they get paid more money. So the more disposable income a individual has, the quicker they can build up deposits, the bigger deposit they can build up, and the more they can borrow. So it can be beneficial for someone considering getting a mortgage to go down contracting.
Okay.
There is kind of a time and consideration that needs to be taken into account.
Okay.
So if somebody is considering going mortgage or going for a mortgage and they're new to contracting, they need to make sure that they select the correct option in going for contracting. I'll give an example. So if somebody is going to set up a personal service company, the bank will ask them for 1 to 2 years accounts for that company. If it's a brand new company, they won't have 1 to 2 years accounts. So that will delay getting the mortgage. So I'd recommend to that person, go with the umbrella company, and then that won't delay getting the mortgage. And when they draw down the mortgage, they can switch across to their own personal service company.
Okay, all right.
So
that's
top tip.
Great advice,
Top tip of any existing contractor or somebody who's new to going contracting and you're considering getting a mortgage over the next 2 years, have a chat with the solutions advisors. They'll advise, okay, what's the best option for you based on your personal circumstances and when you want to draw down the mortgage.
Great. That's really reassuring, because it is something we see contractors objecting to taking a role. Not contractors, but say maybe permanent employees who have thought about going contracting, and then they might get halfway through the process and then they go, actually, do you know what? I need to get a mortgage next year. I'm not in. So that's great. That's really reassuring.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. It was lovely to see you again.
Fantastic to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'd like to again thank David for his time and expert insights to several key issues every contractor needs to consider. Finero is a valued and recommended CPL partner. The CPL Professional Contractor Hub is a one-stop shop for all your contracting needs. The microsite is always growing and expanding with new and relevant and up-to-date content. You can find it here on the CPL website. The Contracting Hub opens with a page on why you should consider professional contracting. We delve into the why you should consider a career in professional contracting with an in-depth look at the advantages of becoming a contractor. We've included a quick FAQ and a salary calculator to help give you an idea of how much you can expect to earn and, of course, job opportunities. The following page looks at how to become a professional contractor. Here we explore the issues people face when setting up as a contractor, including establishing an umbrella company, and of course we offer solutions to meet a variety of needs. Finally, we have our professional contracting asset pack. This 3 PDF bundle gives you greater detail on why and how to become a professional contractor. You'll find a quick look brochure and 2 guides that will give you all the information you need to start professional contracting. Enjoy exploring the site, and remember, we are working to expand the content to meet more of your needs. If you're interested in learning more, contact me via the email address provided on the page menu. Now let's hear from our team on the expectations of the market and future growth.
A lot more younger people are joining the contracting market primarily because of the flexibility and the greater pay, I suppose, daily. So There's an increased inflation out there. Everybody's looking for more money, more flexibility, and going down the contracting route can help you get there.
Cpl, from a regional perspective, we have invested in an increased contractor team. We have specialist contractor technology recruiters in our Limerick, Cork and Galway office, working in collaboration with our existing team in Dublin. We see huge opportunities for growth in technology and in technology companies requiring short-term resources or medium-term resources to support companies' goals and objectives. Hence our technology team specialise in working with the best contractors available in the local and international markets and supporting those contractors to get job opportunities or contract assignments with our clients.
Thank you for your time today. I hope we were able to give you a full view of the contractor market. If you're considering a career in the contracting market, feel free to reach out to me. And remember to return to our Professional Contractor Hub to find more information on contracting and relevant up-to-date roles. We hope to speak with you soon. Thank you.